Let's bring in Kristen Walker from the White House. Kristen.
Chris, we have some breaking news here. You can see there's some commotion behind me. This is the pool reporters. They were just with the president and Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, for his arrival here at the White House. They were able to ask President Trump about that bombshell overnight, with the New York Times reporting that in John Bolton, the former National Security Advisor's new book, he says that President Trump did, in fact, direct him to withhold aid to Ukraine in exchange for investigations into the Democrats and Joe Biden. Now, President Trump, speaking to reporters just moments ago, said he hasn't seen the manuscript from Bolton, so trying to distance himself from the manuscript. Chris, earlier today, of course, he tweeted that the revelations were not true, that he never linked withholding military aid to Ukraine with political investigations. But as we have been reporting throughout the morning, the bottom line here is that all of this is increasing pressure on moderate Republicans on Capitol Hill to vote in favor of hearing from firsthand witnesses like John Bolton. Now, let's take a step back and look at the broader optics of what's happening here at the White House, Chris. You have President Trump meeting with not only Prime Minister Netanyahu, but also Benny Gantz, of course, his chief opponent. And essentially, he is trying to remind folks and underscore the fact that he is commander-in-chief right now. He's continuing to conduct foreign policy. So there's a headline out of that as well, with President Trump saying that tomorrow at noon, he will announce his Mideast peace plan with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Now, the question, will reporters be able to ask the two leaders questions about that plan? That remains to be seen. But the president continues to try to counter-program as the impeachment proceedings and as the Senate impeachment trial gets underway for yet another day, Chris.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.